Facilitation is the art of designing and running successful meetings and groups to help people work together, co-labor, collaborate, so that they really get, well, a bountiful outcome when they do. The idea began as a redress, a correction for problems in hierarchical organization. The main problem being that power got in the way of ideas. So imagine a little thought experiment. A manager calls a meeting. He wants to achieve a particular outcome with the group. Well, often the manager does have a certain outcome in mind. Good managers know how to open up the space for other ideas and other voices, for free debate, for other options. Well, not everybody's a good manager, and even good managers have unconscious biases, and they telegraph the way they hope it'll come out. And in every hierarchical organization, subordinates get really good at second-guessing what they think the manager wants to hear. Well, that doesn't work. So, the facilitator role was created to temporarily assign power to design and to conduct a process that would achieve the outcomes of the group. The role of the facilitator is to invite and balance input from everyone, which means respecting everyone's ideas and opinions equally. Now, I often say when I start a design shop, look, you may not always get your way, but I guarantee that you will have your say in this session because we need to hear from everybody here. The facilitator doesn't advocate for a particular outcome, doesn't have a biased position for some specific course of action. Now, the facilitator occasionally, particularly in small groups, can get his or her ideas in play by saying something like, look, I'm going to take off my facilitator cap right now because I just like to put this out there, put it out there, then put the cap back on. Okay, facilitating again. The facilitator does have opinions about the outcome because he or she needs to be committed to the agreed upon outcomes that are requisite with the objectives of the meeting. Sometimes groups just get tired. They think they've run out of steam, but they still have work to do. And it's the facilitator's job to point that out, to keep them on track, keep them on schedule, but also make sure they actually get the job done. The payoff for managers is very clear. They, or formal leaders of any kind, they get to listen, they get to learn, and they get to test ideas without having them directly implicated for that person. People get to give them an objective test. Now, in our process, we aim for outcomes by design, not by default. And good meeting design is embodied in how we write assignments. A good assignment has at least 3 parts. First, the purpose. Why are we doing this? How does this fit? What's the point? 2, the process. How do we proceed? Including, how are we going to balance people's input? And 3, the outcomes. The what are we aiming for? Sometimes in our process, the outcome is delivered as a second assignment, the report out assignment. Why would we do that? Well, because once people know where they're supposed to end up, they often rush there and short circuit the conversations that need to happen. Same thing happens when you give people a template. Give me a template, I'll start to fill it out, regardless of the conversation that should go into it. The outcome of good facilitation is both better ideas and much deeper commitment of the group that's been working together. because it's true. People support what they help create. Visuals play an important role in our process. In person, the flip chart or the whiteboard. In virtual settings, on the digital whiteboards like Miro or Mural or Google Docs, which serves the same purpose, as we record ideas publicly as a group memory of what we're talking about. Because once an idea is up on the wall, it's no longer her idea or his idea, it's our idea. And we can actually be tough on the idea without being tough on the people who suggested it. So the way you record becomes very important in thinking about how to facilitate. Online, often the facilitation role and recorder role are combined. Well, that's a little more stress on the facilitator, and if you can separate them, okay, but both roles are significantly important to the outcomes you're after. Like any skill, you get better at facilitation the more you practice it, the more you do it. In our sessions, we invite our participants to take turns stepping up to this role, even trying it if they've never tried it before, or trying it again if they have. Like any skill, you get better, and this skill in particular is deeply important for the way we work these days. Facilitation isn't something for the experts or the consultants. No, facilitation is an essential skill for anyone working together with other people to get something done in common.